Hello and welcome to Charge Electric. Now, it's a very last minute video, this one. I haven't even got my microphone with me, so I apologise if the sound quality is a bit iffy. But I really wasn't expecting to get up and close and personal with one of these today. So I am delighted to say that I have a sneak preview of the all-new Kia EV6. And this particular one is the GT Line S, so one of the top spec cars that you can buy at the moment. And doesn't it look stunning in that colour as well? Really suits the car actually. But being the GT Line S, this one has the 20-inch wheels. Quite a nice design, aren't they? I'm absolutely delighted I've managed to get a sneak preview of this car. It's a car that I've been looking forward to for a long time. Look at that sculptured rear end. Absolutely stunning. Look at that rear spoiler as well. I wasn't too sure about the red when I saw it on a computer screen, but it seems to really suit this spec of car. I love the black detailing, it contrasts really nicely. Now, this is probably one of the most important cars Kia have ever launched. In fact, it's probably one of the most important EVs to launch in a long time. So let's take a closer look, shall we? I'm even more of a lucky boy as well because I have the key to the car in my pocket. And watch what happens when you approach the car. Automatically the handles will pop out, wing mirrors extend as well. So in here is the normal Type 2 AC port and the CCS rapid charge port as well. As some of you will be aware, this car has an 800 volt battery system, so it will take up to 220 kilowatts an hour going into the battery. It will charge from 5% up to 80% in about 18 minutes. It's so fast. The time it takes you to have a quick wee in the motorway services, it'll be pretty much full again, ready to go. Quite a nice charging port cover as well. Ah, cool, automatically shuts itself. And a very generous boot, 490 litres. And a retractable load cover. Very easy to fold the seats as well. Nice little lever on the side. Just pull that one and the seats flop forward. That luggage cover is removable. Almost a flat load area. Very practical. A lot of space in there. Now, this being the first Kia to be built on the new GEMP platform, which is a dedicated EV platform for Kia, it has oodles of space in the back. I mean, that driver's seat at the front there, that is set to my driving position. And look how much room I have. It's almost like sitting in a limo. Look at that space between my knees and the back of the seat. Huge amount of space. And pretty much stretched out. And being a dedicated EV platform as well, a completely flat floor. I don't know if you can see it in this light. I'm not in the best place for light at the moment, but a completely flat floor. So seating 5 should be an absolute breeze. And look at this interior on this GT Line S. Love those sort of cream touches to the seats. And these suede effect seats are so comfortable. And for any passengers in the back that want to charge their phones, there is USB-C charge ports on the backs of the front seats. So plenty of places to plug something in and charge. And this is the business end of the EV6. the seat that I've been most looking forward to sitting in. Let's go and have a play, shall we? Right, so let's have a play with this car. Let's get her powered on. Ooh. Very nice. Turn the volume down a bit. Now, I've always been a bit of a petrol head in the past, and one of the things I do like about a car is when I feel cocooned in the driver's seat, like the car is wrapped around me, that sort of cockpit feel. And the EV6 does that extremely well. You've got this raised floating center console here, so everything is within easy reach. I don't have to stretch out to find any of the drive selectors or anything like that. And those curved screens are angled towards me as well, so I do feel properly part of the car. I don't feel like an afterthought in this one. Later, that one. And the graphics on these screens are quite impressive as well. Oh, very, very clear. I am a bit of a sucker, I have to say, for ambient mood lighting. I've set it to blue, which is my favourite colour for mood lighting, but you can change the colour to suit you. And anyone who's watched my videos before will know how excited that I get about physical climate control dials. And although this is a very, very futuristic car and pretty much everything is touch, we have a couple of physical dials on the side here. Now, to clean up the interior, Kia have put this display, or these buttons here, as a dual purpose. As you can see at the moment, it's displaying sat-nav bits and pieces. If I press map, it'll go to the full sat-nav screen up here. Nav settings, and as you can see, radio buttons are there as well. But if I want to adjust the climate control, just touch that button, and these buttons now control the climate. So I now have physical climate control dials here. All very, very simple. Fully automatic climate control. And 3 strengths that you can choose from for the auto climate, so you can back it off to low, medium and high. Didn't realise that. Let's turn that off a minute. Oh, I don't know what I touched there. Let's back that off. Right, this screen as well, I've just had a tiny play earlier, and it's very responsive. Hardly any lag when you go through the menus on here either. Look at that, I've got climate control running at the moment. It's got 99% in the battery, and it is showing over 300-mile range. Oh, there we go. That's climate control off. Right, it's gone up to 309-mile range. As you can see, the total mileage on the car is 10 miles at the moment, so it's not actually been anywhere. So it's probably not even registered a miles per kilowatt hour efficiency. But if that is accurate, that's phenomenal. So yeah, I must say I'm very, very impressed from what I've seen so far. I've got drive mode button here, so the car will cycle through Eco, Normal and Sport. So that's the normal mode, you can see the graphics change. And Sport. Back to Eco. Now, I have noticed it come up just at the bottom of the display there, that if you are driving in snow, if you press and hold the drive mode button for a couple of seconds, it goes into a snow mode. So I can only assume that backs off the throttle response a little bit, makes it a little bit easier to manage in slippery conditions. You just press the button again to take it out of snow mode. Not that we get much snow down here in Devon, but you never know, it might come in handy in other parts of the country. So what do you think? I say I'm very, very impressed so far. Stunning car. And when I was chatting to someone at Kia head office about the wireless charging pad, which is not necessarily an exciting thing on a car, I've had cars before where you put your phone on the mobile charging pad, and after a little while when you pick up your phone's quite hot. This actually has a built-in air-conditioned fan under here to keep your phone cool while it's charging wirelessly. It's just little tiny details like that really tell that Kia have really thought about this car and the people that will be using the car. Right, let's see what else we can find. And one of the key features of the EV6 as well is something called vehicle to load. So we've just seen in this little menu here, if you press this one, so if you're running domestic appliances off of the 3-pin plug that you can attach to this car, you can actually set a minimum state that the car will discharge to before it will switch off the vehicle to load function. So if you're running a microwave or travel kettle or anything like that, or even charging another electric car off of the socket in this one, you can set it to switch off at a minimum percentage. So if I only wanted my battery to go down to 50%, just set it there. Once it gets to 50, it will switch off anything that's plugged in, so you've got plenty of charge to do what you need to do. Just leave it on 20 for a minute. It also has the Meridian sound system as well, which is absolutely fantastic. Yeah, the EV6 also has different types of sound when you drive. So these are the different types of sound that you can have pumping through the speakers or being emitted from the car as you drive. I know some people have mixed opinions on synthesized sounds. I've tried to see if I can listen to the sound while the vehicle's stationary, but it doesn't seem that I can get a preview of the sound. I'll need to drive the car to see what the difference is between those 3 different modes. But hopefully that will be following very, very shortly when I get my hands on the car again for a proper drive. We'll have a look at those sounds and see what it sounds like. When I first saw the car, I wasn't too sure at first what to make of these sort of chrome effect strips here. Just looks like a bit of a design. And then I suddenly realised that those strips are actually the indicators. So now it all makes sense. Look at that, they're like scrolling or pulsing indicators. See the light bar that goes across the back of the tailgate as well. And the lights on the front of the car. Again, progressive indicators on the front. Let's scroll across, you can see that okay. Very distinctive LED running lights on the car as well. Now, I've just been playing with the reversing camera. It's got 360 vision cameras around the car, but it's also got this sort of virtual reality camera as well. It's a bit different, but kind of cool. And lastly, very briefly, the EV6 does have an augmented head-up display. So again, I'm looking forward to getting the car on the road to see how that works in real time. You can just about see it displayed on the windscreen there. I'll look forward to having a proper play with that at a later date. So there we go, a very quick, brief preview of the all-new Kia EV6 GT Line S. This one is the rear-wheel drive version, so it has 226 horsepower. The WLTP range is up to 328 miles. Should be more than enough for most people, for what most people need. And the fact that you can charge it in 18 minutes on a 350 kilowatt charger, it should be all the EV you would ever need. Actually quite pleased seeing it in the flesh for the first time in real life. I was actually expecting it to be a bit bigger and a bit chunky for UK roads, but actually in the flesh it's not that imposing really, size-wise. it looks like it would be a nice easy car to thread through most UK streets. Should be a nice easy car to live with, that one. That would definitely look good in my garage. Right, so hopefully in not too distant future, I'll be joining you again from behind the wheel and having a proper drive in the car and seeing what it's like out on the road. But once again, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.